see. It was a Muttley.
Muttley? That's
yep,
Muttley.
Muttley.
He laughs like Muttley. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of... what is today's date? I don't. I forgot. The week of November 24th, 2024. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams, along with our in-studio editor, the Big Man John. Hi, Dad. And our in-studio correspondent, Sweet Tea. We're back, baby.
You're back.
I'm back.
You've been back.
We've
been here.
We've been juggling co-hosts these last couple of weeks. So,
heck yeah.
been lots of fun. Everybody getting ready for the holiday season, work stuff and family stuff happening.
Now remember, around Christmas we will take a break. We do not go. Thanksgiving is one thing. It's during the week.
Yeah.
There will be an episode but usually we tape something for our Christmas break.
Yeah, we'll take Christmas off.
Give us some ideas on what you would like to see. A pre-tape discussion. I don't know. Best time Stone Cold attacked Santa.
That's
something like that. Send us something like that, Christmas themed or holiday themed.
But also
throw out some tough route ideas.
Yes.
Don't forget, coming into January the 4th, we'll do our overnight. Our first show back will be the overnight Wrestle Kingdom show.
Yes.
Like we did.
Which is actually going to be a huge weekend because
it's 2-night events.
And then the 6th is Raw on Netflix.
It's a 2-night event.
That's a 3-night event, sir. No, I mean for us to watch, not for us to.
Yeah, no, but
2 nights. I'll be talking to.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
3 nights for me.
Hold on 1 second here.
Yeah, Raw is that the 5th, 6th.
2024. Let me just look up.
2025.
Oh yeah, 2025. Duh.
Yeah, man.
So,
we can't go backwards. We tried.
Okay.
We haven't mastered it yet. We are already in deep conversation.
It is the first Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh.
The first Monday of the year goes.
Because Sunday's the first, so it should be Thursday.
I'm confused.
Well, this is Sunday. Either way, no, Sunday's January 5th. So we'll actually be having the podcast Saturday night into Sunday.
And then Monday.
And then we get the day off. Well, no, because we're doing the 2 nights. And the Sunday night will
It's going to be busy.
Sunday night will be the second part of the Japanese broadcast overnight.
Yep.
And then, Raw goes to goddamn.
And here's the deal. The first, January 1st will also house... which we'll talk about that. That's a slide. We won't talk about it just yet. Just to say things to come about that. Caleb, go to your normal spill, friend.
All right. Well, first of all, I already did the introduction. So what lies next is Luke. How's your Sunday?
Yeah, fantastic. It's wrestling day.
It is wrestling day. Big Bet John.
My Sunday's going great.
Good. You look comfy. Looking good. We're in the new space now. We're in the new office.
Ooh!
New studio. So Sweet Tea. How's your Sunday going?
It's alright.
It's all right. It's better than nut-eyed. We've been nut-eyed before.
We've been night before.
We have been night. I was knighted, actually. I'm Sir Caleb.
Not knighted.
Sir Caleb of Faces.
I am. The Caleb of many faces.
Caleb B.
Right
face.
now, it's Caleb of many chins, but soon to be more faces.
My beard's just coming back, man. It's hiding my shit.
All right, well, Big Bad John, let's get this party started. How are you, Dad? I assume you're sitting at home, getting ready to go back to work this week.
Jade Cargill, top story. We're going to debunk the...
So Jade Cargill got injured on SmackDown.
Yes.
Friday night. And somebody tweeted this image out and said that she was being tested for leukemia.
Yes.
Which was debunked today. Number one, this is an AI image. It's not real.
Her mother died of blood cancer last year.
Yeah. So anyway, the scuttlebutt behind her absence or her due to injury was because of that. It's not. It's part of a storyline.
Naomi. That's who's going to end up being the one.
But if you're seeing on the interwebs that Jade Cargill is sick, that is untrue.
WWE released a veritable of different injuries and stuff.
They're going to accent the injury storyline.
The idea is that Naomi got tired of
being
Jade.
second fiddle to Jade and Bianca.
Being the third wheel.
Yeah. Which is perfect. Naomi's a great heel.
Also would be a great turn, and would have been a great turn inside the cage.
Also means that Naomi as a heel can join one part of the bloodline because she's married to an Uso.
Yeah.
Not like we've been saying that.
Just saying.
I mean, are they really a heel right now?
But Jade Cargill
she could join the new bloodline.
The reason Jade Cargill was pulled is because they don't believe that they have enough faith in her to be part of a War Games match.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, but that's my educated opinion.
Yeah, I mean, she's still green.
It's a way to save face.
Yeah.
It's a way to have a miraculous... Here's the deal. Well, they're doing the Michaels and Triple H thing where maybe Bianca Belair got tired of her and she shoved her off the thing.
But also, I disagree with that because if they made her the 5th babyface member, she could easily come out, work a 10-minute weapons gimmick, and send the babyfaces home happy.
Yes, but
then could she wrestle the full deal? No. But she could Lex Luger it for her.
Well, but what I'm saying is they're too afraid that I think her too. I don't think it's a all office call. Yeah. I think it's I don't feel secure enough.
What's up, Duke?
To not get hurt.
Yeah.
She has a lot of money on the line.
Yeah.
That
very well could be.
Which is cool because it gave Bayley something to do because that's who they're filling the spot with. So
yeah.
It gave Bayley something to do.
We'll see what comes from this injury angle with Jade Cargill.
Also gives us a chance to maybe see Charlotte Flair return.
Which would be nice. It's almost time.
Well, we have a mystery now that they've pulled Jade. The United States title #1 contender triple threat match.
Man, if Chelsea Green doesn't win, though, that's going to be such a shame.
I would love to see Chelsea Green win.
So would I. If Tiffany Stratton wasn't Miss Money in the Bank, she'd be at the top of my list. But Chelsea Green has put in the work, man, and she deserves it. Obviously, we'll see what happens. And that's also not to say if Charlotte Flair showed up, she couldn't just win the title and make it cool automatically, because that's what Charlotte does.
Well, yeah, she establishes championships. That's how she does things.
It's kind of what she does. It's kind of her business.
Hit us with the next one. All right, Caleb, it is time for the results
of AEW Full Gear.
Full Gear.
Okay, so we talked about this a little bit before we get into the full results. It baffles me that AEW...
Hold on a second. I do have to put an extra in.
Yeah.
We did not get a pick done for Ricochet and Takeshita, so they don't count.
Yeah, we didn't put that on here.
We just don't really care about Trevor.
Yeah.
I was joking around last week about them not having him on the card.
Yeah.
And I was wrong. They put him up for a championship that he lost.
Yeah.
You're a loser, Bobby. You're a loser, Bobby. You could have had the Speed Championship, but no. You decided to settle for the Television Championship, the equivalent of when Hacksaw Jim Duggan had it.
I like you, Trev. I like you, okay, buddy.
No, you don't.
No, he doesn't.
You didn't like me either. Not my fault.
Him and Chuck Taylor make way too much money together.
Hey, shut up, man. Shut up.
They probably lick each other's necks.
Supple necks.
Supple neck.
One of these days we'll have to do an episode where we just talk about the inside jokes of pro wrestling.
That would be fun.
So anyway, as I was saying before, it baffles me that AEW cannot pop a rating, cannot fill a stadium for the weekly TV, yet every single pay-per-view is sold out to the rafters, and they do a $2 million buy rate.
It's because nobody wants to go. They'd rather just watch it at home.
No, I'm saying they sold out. Like they're making money off the pay-per-views, and they're not making money off TV, which is sort of the reverse of what you want in a pro wrestling company. But with the new influx of their new contract and all the TBS money, it doesn't really matter what they do.
Look how many pay-per-views they've been selling now.
And they're getting rid of that more.
I mean, but there's 2 or 3 a month now.
Yeah. Well, so after the new year, I guess I should have put that in here. The new initiative for AEW is that they are going to start running smaller arenas.
Yes, I heard that.
So Tony Khan wants to shift the business model and business plan to downscale, which they should have been doing anyway, but to downscale the TV production. That way they can put even more investment into the pay-per-views because that's really where their bread and butter is right now.
Yeah.
So next year's AEW should look fairly interesting compared to what we're seeing on NXT TV,
right.
SmackDown, Raw, even what they're doing with the NWA on CW app. If you don't watch it, don't.
Johnny, can you go full screen for me for just a second?
All right, so here you see a number of action shots. We're going to get into some of the matches. We'll talk about number one. The big story off of the pay-per-view is how well the Costco guys did. So I guess AJ. I don't know much about the Costco guys. They're popular on the internet with a younger demographic. They got looped in, but on the pre-show, AJ from the Costco guys wrestled QT Marshall.
He's the one that had the Rizzler with him, or whatever the heck that kid's name was.
was a trained professional wrestler.
Yes.
Years ago. And if you watch the pre-show,
It was
what
good.
a hell of a match with QT Marshall. Had great punches. Had like good athleticism in the ring with QT. Like they did a fairly decent fucking job. Very impressed. But anyway, so you'll see a number of action shots here. We're just going to get into the matches. We'll talk a little bit about the results. We're not going to go into a full-scale thing here. MJF beat Roderick Strong. We all knew that was going to happen. We all called for it, except for
We'll get
Special K.
Not her name anymore. She's the professional.
She'll be whatever I call her when I remember. And a great match, Adam Page versus Jay White.
Mm-hmm.
Special K and Big Bad John are the only two people who took a point there.
I did not see that
with
coming.
Jay White. You know what? With that match, it really could have been 50-50. I trusted my gut. I lost. We had the four-way. The Princes of the Black Throne versus Private Party versus the Outrunners versus the Acclaimed. For the AEW Tag Team titles, Private Party picked up the win. And that was...
My call for that was they just won them.
Yeah.
So that's why I went Private
Yeah.
Party.
The winners for that one were Luke, the Professional, and Max Fury.
Yep.
I chose the Outrunners because they're so over, but obviously Tony Khan wouldn't put the most over act over on TV. Why would you?
He's got the belts.
Makes
Why
no
would he
sense,
need
yeah.
anybody else?
Mercedes Moné defeated Chris Statlander, and what people are saying is Mercedes Moné's best match in AEW so far. That she showed the best showing she's had since leaving the WWE, including the matches she had in Japan. She's on fire again, and she killed it with Chris Statlander.
My uncle.
Yeah.
My uncle.
Yeah.
Turkey
knob, right?
Dave.
Oh,
My uncle Dave once told me, even the sun sets on a dog's ass someday.
That's true. Well, here's the deal. I think Mercedes was sort of subject to having
Bad matches?
Well, I think she had to adjust to the AEW style. Because remember, she spent, 12 years
most of her
working.
career.
Most of her working. She didn't even work the indies that long before she was
She was
called
in
into FCW and developmental. And I think
for a while.
I think not only that, but you have to remember how many women she's wrestled that were never part of the WWE system.
Right.
You know, Chris Statlander wasn't. Britt Baker certainly wasn't. I mean, they may have done a couple of stints in the developmental program before hitting FCW or NXT.
Right.
But
right.
you know, so I think it was an all-around adjustment period, and she's only been there 6 months, not even a full year yet.
Yeah.
So now I think they finally found it. Anyway, Mercedes Moné, top of her game again. The CEO picked up the win. Everybody got a point for that. Bobby Lashley defeated Swerve Strickland. I really thought that Swerve was going to pick up the win, and then the Hurt Business would invite Swerve to join them.
I think it's going to be a longer road.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this is the time when I expected Tony Khan to pull the trigger quick.
Yeah.
Instead of making me wait, and he didn't again. That's fine. Bobby Lashley picked up the win, and that was Luke, the Professional, and Big Bad John. In a match that none of us got a point for, Daniel Garcia beat Jack Perry for the TBS title.
Hold on, I want to go wide for a second here, Big Bad John, and then give me the next picture, please. You mean this, gentlemen?
And new!
Here's the deal.
Creative
that
Wrestling
right
number
there,
one.
best decision made whole pay-per-view.
I don't disagree. Number one, we can all agree that I think the Jack Perry experiment,
Right.
it came off of the heat from the CM Punk incident.
Punk's been forgiven by the fans.
Well, the whole scapegoat deal, him getting invited in to be part of the Bucks, him part of the Bullet Club, all of that was off of the Punk heat.
They were trying too
But
hard.
it didn't come across that way. Perry got shoved into the TBS title picture. He picked up the win, which we expected, but it was a lackluster
No one
run.
bought it. No one bought it.
And also, no one gave a shit. Like, Daniel Garcia is somebody that the fans have loved for a while. They've connected with him for a while. He's one of the guys that
They should have kept him and Christian going over the dad thing.
Yeah, he should be considered
still
one of
be
the.
money.
He's one of the four pillars, right? It's Garcia. No, the four pillars were MJF, Darby, Jack Perry, and the other kid. The hell is his name? He's on Ring of Honor now. Used to be Jericho's lackey.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
I can't even remember his name. That's how. It doesn't matter. But anyway, Danny Garcia's been there a while. He's went through the ringer with the Jericho stuff. He went through the ringer with the Blackpool Combat Club stuff. He's got the TBS title, and at least it's on a younger athlete now. They can feature the belt as what it's supposed to be, which is the second-tier developmental title.
Right.
So the good business there all around. In a decision, but again, none of us got a point because we all went Jack Perry. In a decision I don't understand, Kyle Fletcher beat Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
Whatever. That match, again, could have gone either way. No one would have been dissatisfied with it. I just thought they would have put Ospreay over.
Me too.
But Kyle Fletcher looks like a great heel coming in.
He's
so
effective.
Sweet T, Max, Big Bad John, and the Professional got a point for that match. And then we all called John Moxley beating Orange Cassidy correctly.
A waste of a main event.
No. What's up, Derek?
Sammy
Guevara. Thank you so
Derek.
much. Derek's in the house. Hello, happy Sunday, everybody. Derek, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Mr. Toe?
So we'll go back down to the points all together. I got 3 points for the show. Big Bad John got 6. Actually, Big Bad John tied with the Professional to get the most points for the show. Sweet Tea got 4. Luke and Max tied with 5.
I was just happy I got more points than you.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny?
On an AEW
But the last 2 AEW pay-per-views I've called like shit, and then ironically, the last 2 NXT pay-per-views I've called fucking great.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't watch NXT, and I watch
So do
AEW.
you.
Well, I watch NXT now, but I was the anti-NXT guy for a long time.
And
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
Wild. Oh, it's so good. I will watch NXT. I watch NXT more now than I watch Raw now.
Yep. Me
Yeah.
too.
But it's only, like I've said before, because of the TNA involvement, because they've expanded, they finally found their own identity into what they're doing, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. They got the right cooks in the kitchen.
So, back to blah, blah, blah here. Sweet Tea, you had 63 points, plus your 4 brings you to 67. You're still in last place.
No shit.
Big Bad John, you took 6 points, plus your 71 brings you 77. You're in 4th place. The Professional took 6, so she's at 78 points in 3rd place. Myself only got 3 points for this one, combined with my 79 brings me to 82, which puts me back down in 2nd place. And Luke, the Big Dog Williams, back in 1st place with 83 points, taking 5 plus his 78. So the race is flipped
What
again.
time of the year is it?
Rumble season.
That's right. Just saying.
Every time, every year. But there we are. So to recap, Luke's in 1st, I'm in 2nd, I don't know's on 3rd. Ha ha ha! Get it? That's an Abbott and Costello joke. You're welcome. No, the Professional's in 3rd place, Big Bad John in 4th, with Sweet Tea bringing up the rear, as usual, with 67 points. Overall, Full Gear was great. Now,
Daniel Garcia had a really good match.
we just have to see Willie Bowen. I'm a loyal fan of NWA, JCP, EWF, X-Pro, All Japan Pro Wrestling, or Exodus. Well, welcome, Willie Bowen, to Pro Wrestling Throwdown. We talk about pretty much every variety of wrestling on this show. If this is your first time viewing, if it's not, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for hopping back on.
Yeah.
Welcome to the shit show.
Yeah. All right. So overall, again, AEW had a good show. We just have to see what they do on Dynamite to pull it together.
Yep. All right. Well,
Which is
hit us
their
with the next
usual
one there, Big Bad
issue.
Joe. This was announced last night. AEW Dynamite's Fight for the Fallen will take place on HBO Max or Max simulcast the 1st of January.
Yeah.
They wanted to beat the WWE's Netflix by what? 4 days?
Yeah.
5 days? Something
Now,
like
have they talked about is the pay-per-view included with your Max subscription?
that? Yes.
Because before they said it would be an option to where it's opted at a lower price through Max.
So this said it was going to be a simulcast.
Well, we'll find out.
So-
Obviously, we'll know soon enough. But either way, that means if you don't have, for instance, if you have the Hulu bundle right now, if you're a cord cutter like we are, because we're streamers.
Yep.
But if you're a cord cutter, I've got the Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN, and Max bundle. So now, if I wanted to get rid of Netflix and not watch Raw or whatever, I could still watch SmackDown through my Hulu.
Yeah.
And now I can watch an AEW pay-per-view,
Yep.
which is a huge market for them. Especially
It
for
really
people
is.
who... I don't mind paying for AEW pay-per-views, considering that we have Peacock and we had the network before, where we were paying... Before all of you new people were here, back in the day, you had to pay $50 a month if you wanted to watch a pay-per-view.
Actually, nowadays they have to pay more than that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, back in our day,
Yeah.
$50 a month got you a WWE pay-per-view. Now we got it for $10 a month, so I don't mind springing every 3 months for an AEW pay-per-view, because we're not paying month to month to month.
Right.
But if this makes it even more accessible, then fuck them. Not to mention now, if you have the TNA app, which we need to get back, The TNA app, you get all of their pay-per-views included.
I heard that.
My NJPW app, I get all the NJPW pay-per-views included for $10 a month, or whatever the 9,999 yen in Japanese money.
Yeah.
So if you're still a pay-per-view guy, that's fine. I respect it, but just know streaming options are coming, making pay-per-view and wrestling more accessible than ever. I dropped my bag. It's fine. Don't panic.
Hit us with the next one.
Don't panic.
Yeah.
Cut the cord, baby.
Oh, speaking of advertisements.
Merch store. You can whistle while you work, but you can't cry when you twerk. That is the new Pro Wrestling Throwdown t-shirt.
Twerk and Terry.
That you can find at ProWrestlingThrowdown.com or StreamLabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. And while we're promoting, be sure to check us out on Facebook at Facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Follow us on X at ProWrestlingTD. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. And check out StreamLabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown where you can access the Merch Store! And over at the Merch Store! You can buy all your Pro Wrestling Throwdown merch, including, like I said, our new You Can Whistle While You Work, but You Can't Cry While You Twerk limited edition t-shirt.
Here's the deal. I said that last week. Hanukkah's coming up, man.
It's
That's
true.
That's 8 nights.
8 crazy nights.
Presents you
Pro
can
Wrestling
buy from
Throwdown
Pro Wrestling
merchandise.
Throwdown.
That would make one crazy gift.
It would, wouldn't it?
It's true.
We got all stickers we have a different sticker for every day.
That's right. We got stickers, we got shirts, we got books, we got bags.
Oh my god, all those would be great, crazy.
We don't have any of our bikinis on sale right now,
No.
unfortunately.
No, unfortunately
I can't believe people bought them.
not. I was okay with it. Just
Yeah,
saying.
fine with it. You're welcome.
Yes, that's fantastic.
Thanks for spending your money on it.
Appreciated the shit out of that.
All right, so let's go to the next one.
All right, what we got here next? Paul Heyman returns on SmackDown.
He looks like Solo.
He looks like Alfred Hitchcock dressed as Solo.
Yes.
But
He
yes.
kind of hefty.
Look at that tan.
Actually, he looks like he lost some
He
weight.
also dyed his hair back black.
Yeah. Well, he's no longer doing. You'll notice.
He's no longer upset.
Well, yeah. When Paul Heyman, one thing he does really, really well
Excuse me.
is if his character is struggling, you can see it physically.
Oh yeah.
And if his character's thriving, he accents all the right stuff.
Right.
But yeah, no, he looks good. He's back, and of course, that brings us to
Here's the next one,
his
John.
announcement for Survivor Series: the fifth man to team with the Bloodline is not Seth Rollins, who was my original prediction that I made 2 weeks ago. I did get Bronson Reed right.
Yes, you did.
I did get that one right. But instead of Seth Rollins, we are bringing in the other Paul Heyman guy, Philip CM Punk Brooks.
A lot of people don't understand how this makes sense. I'm going to break it down for you. Go ahead and hit us with the next one, John.
Pepsi Phil.
Look, okay? Here's the deal. They were all family at one time in their lives.
Yeah.
Because they're all the same age. I didn't know if you knew that. All of them are the same age. That's why this picture works. But here's the deal. They all were without a home, and Papa Heyman opened his doors and let them come in from the rain. It's actually a testament to Paul Heyman. But the reason that it makes sense is because Phil's an ooze. He feels oozy.
Well,
It's they used to have the tea. He said that he wasn't feeling oozy. Well, there's Phil Oozy.
Number one, the Heyman School for Wayward Boys argument is fantastic. I don't think that's completely accurate. However,
You can prove me wrong.
I am. Johnny, can we blow that up one more time? I gotta give it to whatever's on Sami Zayn's face here.
Yeah,
It's the Uso mustache.
Look at
They
that.
all
Okay,
have it.
but it's the mustache and the haircut that really just sets Sami Zayn apart here, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, but if you look at
looks
Jimmy
so
and Jay, it looks the exact same.
I don't think you and I are seeing the same.
You don't see the family resemblance.
Well, I see 5 dudes wearing white.
Well, we see 5 dudes wearing white. Only 2 happen to be.
Exactly.
Go ahead and hit us with the next one, John.
The other 2 had some cream in their coffee.
We're going to get into our Survivor Series picks here now that we've... Actually,
Survivor
the
Series.
reason why it fits is because Roman Reigns and the Shield were brought in to save CM Punk.
Yeah.
It boils down that far back. So for all of the
my goodness, that
wrestling
family
community,
portrait, says Derek.
Do what?
Derek said, my goodness, the family portrait.
I'm telling you, dude, it's like they had it done at JCPenney or something. They were all slightly looking to the left.
Do you remember when Walmart had a photography?
Dude, I've got
section where
pictures
you
of
could
me
go
as a
in?
kid.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, I have to bust it up into something else.
Can I say real quick, though, the one thing that I hate about Survivor Series these days?
No traditional Survivor Series?
No traditional Survivor Series. I know they plug it as Survivor Series War Games. And I know that's because they've got it and they want to use it. But could we get at least one traditional 5-on-5?
Well, that's
or
why. That's
4-on-4?
why War Games. That's why War Games went.
Absolutely.
That's why War Games went to 5-on-5. Was because of the Survivor Series angle. Originally, War Games was 4-on-4.
And originally, Survivor Series wasn't.
And it had a top to it.
Survivor Series was all multi-man tag team matches.
Yes.
And originally, they would have like 10-man tags that were 5 tag teams, or 5-on-5, 5 heels versus 5 baby faces, elimination style.
They would also have wild card one year. They did a wild card one.
And the entire premise, like the last good one, or like one of my favorite all-time Survivor Series, was the 2006 Survivor Series, Raw versus SmackDown. The first time they did it the right way. The teams were, for Raw, it was Shawn Michaels with the team captain, The Big Show, Kane, Carlito, and Chris Masters, against Team SmackDown, which was the team of Batista as the team captain, Batista, Rey Mysterio, Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton, and...
First off, I don't know who Batista is, but he looks like Drax. And I love Drax.
Yeah. It was, hold on, Batista, Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, Rey Mysterio, and JBL.
Yes.
And actually, Randy Orton filled that spot because the original person who was supposed to take it was Eddie Guerrero.
Yes.
But that was 2 weeks prior to that. Eddie Guerrero had passed away, winning his qualifying match against Ken Kennedy the week before that on SmackDown. And then after that tragedy, Randy Orton just sort of slid in there and filled that spot. Yeah. And the original plan from that was for Eddie Guerrero to go the distance, end up challenging Batista for the World Championship at WrestleMania and winning the world title again. But all of that to say, but that was the last time, so the traditional 5-on-5 that, like, I really genuinely loved it. Their elimination style, which means you get a pinfall, that guy's out, and whoever's left standing with the most people on their team, whether or not it's one or all 5, that's your winner.
Right.
And that's how Survivor Series had been done forever. The only time that a 5-on-5 wasn't the main event of Survivor Series, or the first time rather, was the Booker T versus Dave Batista for the World Heavyweight title. I think that was in 2007. But other than that, it was always traditionally the main event, and normally SmackDown would have one and Raw would have one.
Yes.
Why did they change it?
Well, they changed it, number one, because their rosters grew, and they decided to get into... So for years after... between like 2011 and 2017, they would do just Raw versus SmackDown. And the setup of that would be the world champions wrestled, the women's champions wrestled, the Intercontinental Champion, the U.S. Champion wrestled. All the champions would wrestle each other, and they would do a Raw versus SmackDown.
Can I stop you for a second real quick?
Yep.
Even further back into when it started in 86, I'm sorry, 88, the Team Spectacle, they didn't even have singles matches until 1992.
Yeah.
It was always what was called the Survivor Series matches. People pick teams, elimination style, till one representative of a team was left.
Yeah.
They did 1 year in 90 that they had an Ultimate Survivor,
where the winners
winners would have to team up at the end of the night, split up again into 2 sides to see who would be the sole survivors, which was Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, and Tito Santana. But yeah, they were always team-based. They were more fun that way. Yeah. Can you remember, trivia question for those in the room, do you know who the first singles match was?
Was it Undertaker and Hogan for the world title?
1991. 92, that was the main advertise. The first time it was advertised, 1991. You are correct. Yeah. Who was the main event though in 1992 when they stopped doing the Survivor Series traditional matches? Do you remember?
Was Hogan still there? Or was Hogan gone to WCW by then? Hogan was still there.
Hogan was
on
leave
his
of
way out.
absence for Mr. Nanny.
Yeah.
At the time.
Man, something tells me Flair was in the main event, but I think that's wrong.
He was part of the dual main event as a tag team match.
Oh, was he?
But that's not the one I'm talking about.
Oh, then I don't remember.
Shawn Michaels was the Intercontinental Champion.
Was that
wrestling
the
Bret
first?
Hart.
Okay.
And what was supposed to be the Ultimate Warrior and
Triple H?
Macho Man were going to wrestle Ric Flair and Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior got released, and it ended up being Mr.
Mr.
Perfect coming back
Yeah,
for the
I
Perfect
remember that
Challenge. Which a couple months later,
Yeah.
he beat Mr. Perfect beat Flair
Yeah.
on Raw, and a loser leaves, and he went back to WCW,
Yeah.
where the rest is history.
But to answer your original question, the reason they changed it was essentially they were still doing the traditional 5-on-5s until the WWE got the full rights for Survivor Series. For War Games.
Yes.
And then initially, War Games was featured only on NXT until Triple H got to take over the book. And now they're going to feature the War Games every year, similarly to how, like, War Games was done at WCW, where it was no longer...
So they incorporated War Games with Survivor Series.
Yes. Because it was the only other multi-person pay-per-view, the only other multi-person centric pay-per-view.
Yes. Also,
So they couldn't have 2 a year?
They could, they just don't. It's the same thing. They basically they pigeonholed themselves the same way they did with like Hell in a Cell and Elimination Chamber, where those matches have to happen now.
Since WWE started taking over, and that counts the NXT War Games. Io Sky is the only superstar to compete in every single year's War Games. For the
That's a
women,
great
she
stat.
has been in
Every single NXT one and every single one that on the main
because she
roster.
always dives from the cage with a trash can on at one point,
Yeah.
or through a table or something. But she has been in every single one of them. We reported last week.
Good for Io Sky.
I had the graphic last week, but it's every single one. She's the only person to wrestle in every single one they've had.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool statistic for Io Sky. Shows you what they think about her, for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so women's War Games. Let's start taking our picks.
Let's do it.
We only have 3 matches that have been announced.
Yeah. All right, gang. For the Women's War Games match, we have the team of Rhea Ripley, Naomi, Bayley, Io Sky, and Bianca Belair against Candice LeRae, Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, and Liv Morgan. Keep in mind, the women's team for Nia Jax and Liv Morgan, both women's champions. Both, and Miss Money in the Bank.
But
Yes.
those other girls are hungry. I'm going for my girls, the Rhea
Team
and-
Ripley.
The professional also goes Team Ripley.
Okay. Great fun fact about Io Sky, says Derek.
Thank you.
Big Bad John.
Ripley.
Luke.
Ripley.
I too am going Ripley. We did
We
not.
need to get Max.
We have to ask Max. Yeah, Max isn't here this week. So there we go. We're all unanimous. Which I think this is the one that's easier, just because everybody. It's time Rhea Ripley gets a little bit of revenge.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Plus, we're gonna be coming into Rumble season. We got to start getting some fire.
Hit us with the next one, John.
Damian Priest challenges Gunther for the WWE World's Championship.
I don't know why that is the Intercontinental Championship in that picture for some reason.
It doesn't matter. It's their picture. They put it up.
Yeah, they put it out, so that's weird.
They probably grabbed the wrong one.
Yeah, probably a graphic issue.
They probably have so many.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Gunther. I don't think it's time for him to drop it yet.
Yeah, Gunther.
Big Bad John?
Gunther.
Sweet Tea,
Gunther.
who's the professional taking?
Damian Priest.
Okay. Then we got to get Max's pick for that. And then in the men's War Games. Tribal
Games.
War Games. I still
Kind
like
of.
Max's idea. They should have made it a Punjabi prison match.
Yep,
Um,
agreed.
But we have the team of Solo Sikoa, Tongaloa, Tamatonga, Jacob Fatu, and Bronson Reed against Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso, Jay Uso, and CM.
Phil.
Don't call me Phil. Don't call me Pepsi Brooks.
Phil Uso.
With Lay Tribal Chief,
Yes.
Paul Heyman,
That's right.
in their corner.
The wise man.
Wise
The Wise Man. I said Tribal. Yeah, the Wise Man.
Oh, here's where it gets interesting.
Oh, this one's tough.
This is tough.
Now, I didn't watch SmackDown, but I saw some video footage, and Paul Heyman's looking a little sneaky.
A little bit.
A little bit like a scumbag.
A little bit Pauly.
He looks a lot like Solo.
Well, yeah, I think he dressed like Solo intentionally to draw that ire. But I think, too, if you remember...
Here's the deal. Does Sammy turn?
I started to say, if you remember 2 weeks ago, when Sami Zayn nonchalantly grabbed that cell phone out of his pocket and threw it away where no one could see it.
I mean, but here's the
deal.
deal.
Think about it. Who has the most to gain from turning on Roman?
Here's the deal, though, when it comes to Roman and Sami Zayn. We're in Vancouver. We're in Canada. I don't think you can use Sammy that way in Canada.
No, Sammy has to get... If nothing else, Sammy goes the distance and gets a hero pop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if they would pull that during... I mean, it'd be unexpected.
Well, either way...
Be totally unexpected. We'd be talking about it.
Sammy, so I'm going with that group, so...
It's hard for me because you can go either way and it doesn't hurt the story.
I'm going to go with Phil Minutes.
Can I do that after the podcast?
Only if there's a cold Pepsi at the end of it, not a sponsor.
Could be.
Could be if they want to spend their money.
What do you think, Big
Give
Bad
us
John?
Your money.
OG or the new? What's the professional thinking? The OG? Well, just because I don't want to fuck myself out of a point, I do go with the OG bloodline.
Too close to the Rumble to be
I ain't fucking around right now.
Yeah, there's no need to be rash. And if more matches are announced, we will follow suit. But
it's hard. It's hard because they've made it interesting. Solo and his team could win, and that fuels fire to come back with Roman toward the Rumble. But if Roman's team wins, we get a decent plug for a 1v1 with Solo and Roman.
Right.
We can get the Gorillas against the Usos. You can put Bronson Reed and...
There's still so many storylines
either
way.
Not to mention, I really would love to see Bronson Reed turn on them just to single out a match with him and Jacob Fatu.
Would be cool.
Because two great big fucking wrecking
team
balls.
Them as a tag team would be kind of cool too.
But could also be done, especially if he sticks around the OG or the bloodline. So there's a lot you can do. Punk could easily fucking turn on Roman. Leave with the wise man, win the match.
Show up.
Leave with the wise man, go out and be like, I won the War Games. I want the shot at WrestleMania or the Rumble or whatever. You could do that.
Yeah.
There's a dozen ways to slice it. But Survivor Series is coming Saturday, y'all. So
hit 'em up.
Get ready. Hit 'em up. Hit 'em up. Whoop that air. Hit 'em up. Come on here. Kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantic.
On my supple neck.
Survivor Series. Brought to you by Mark Henry's Hot Mouth. For when you're feeling romantic.
Go kiss me on my
hot mouth. All right, Big Fat John.
Here's the next one,
that
man.
had the baby. Right?
Hey, speaking of advertisements.
Ciampa's beard oil.
Look how in the beginning he looked all kind of leprechaunish.
Yeah.
And then he started using it look after.
Yeah.
Look how luxurious and oily that looks.
Ciampa's beard oil also helps grow ferns.
Ciampa's beard oil. It gets drunk. It's made out of feces and leaves and twigs. The other things he found on his pet rabbit.
Don't smoke after applying.
Be sure to wash the hands thoroughly.
Ciampa's beard oil. Ever shit in a chimney?
Don't get it in your eyes. That's for sure.
It's green, so it's nature.
You're supposed to be promoting this, not tearing it down.
No, buy it.
It's people. Ciampa's beard oil. Let it get you drunk.
It's like Slurm from Futurama. It's just the juices of a slug.
I don't like you talking about Ciampa's juices.
Juices.
Oh no, that's a new one.
Sluggy juices.
That's a new one. The Brooklyn Brawlers juices.
Slug juice.
All right. Speaking of the bloodline.
Speaking of juice
and stuff, check out The Rock from the live action set of Moana.
All right. Look, he looks great now, but there's no way a human gets that big without some sort of chemical.
Well, that's a bodysuit he's wearing.
Bullshit.
It is. It's a bodysuit he's wearing.
Yes. That's a steroid suit's what he's wearing.
No. You can tell in his arms he's not that fat.
Steroid suit.
Yeah, no, that's all
That
fake.
is straight.
Man.
That's straight.
That's all.
That
fake.
is straight hydrogen in his
That
muscles.
is all fake.
But yeah, he looks good. He is the original voice of Maui.
Maui 2 hits theaters in November.
Yeah, Maui 2 and
which
then
clears
the live action.
the schedule for Mania.
Yeah, gonna be cool to see.
Did you hear about the other movie that they just signed The Rock for?
What?
He's actually going to be in one of those, what do they call them when they make a movie about somebody else's life?
Biopic?
Thank you. It's going to be a biopic of actually a Grammy Award-winning singer.
Oh, nice.
Hit us with the next one, Big Bad John. Dwayne the Kid Rock Johnson. Coming to a theater near you.
You know what?
Ball with the ball, if you can smell what the rock is cooking.
I had no idea where I expected this to go. I'll be totally honest. I did not think it was going to be a Dwayne the Kid Rock Johnson picture.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I hated it.
Where else would you think? What else would you have thought was coming next? Jesus, you ain't been gone that long.
I've
Hit us with the next one, please.
Chomp is beard oil. Don't use too much. You'll go into a jealous rage. Hell yeah, Derek.
Let's see here. This is the match you were talking about.
Yes. Saturday night's main event.
December 14th.
December 14th, live on, is it NBC?
And the Peacock simulcast.
And the Peacock simulcast. Cody Rhodes will defend the WWE Championship against that dastardly Kevin Owens, who looks like himself has been using a bit of
promo on
Chomp is beard oil.
SmackDown Money.
Yeah. I did.
Dropped the sack again.
Look, it happens all the time. Kevin
Get your
Owens,
sack off my foot.
You're welcome. You like it. Kevin
Broke
Owens.
my little toe.
Kevin Owens' promo was fantastic, but also so was Cody's. Like, they had genuine intensity, and again, not to be the drawing parables to Dusty all the time when it comes to Cody, but it feels like Ole Anderson versus Cody.
It does.
It's a very passionate for those of you who aren't wrestling historians, that's totally fine. Ole Anderson was one of the Horsemen. Turned on the Horsemen to join with Dusty, only to turn on Dusty, but he turned on Dusty because of the people that Dusty aligned himself with. They're basically remodeling Ole Anderson and Dusty Rhodes' feud between Cody and...
too much.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's Cody and Kevin. And frankly, Kevin needed a really good babyface buffer to show how great of a heel he can be.
Right? And who would have thought a pile driver?
Well, he spent 2 years being a heel or a babyface chasing after Roman. And like Kevin Owens is a great babyface.
He's not a bad guy.
No.
He is the perfect villain because he believes that everything that he's doing is the right thing to do.
And he's not wrong.
He's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy.
Right.
Oh, there's Maximus's pick.
Hey, okay, hold on 1 second. Oh wait, did they announce the Braun Breaker versus Well, no, Owens is happening on Saturday night's main event.
Breaker is on Monday night. Raw. So.
Well, Max, you're right on line with the rest of us.
Yeah, we all called that the same way, didn't we? Except
for Special K taking Damian Priest.
And he went Damian Priest as well.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
He's going for the point block.
I'm glad you pointed that out.
He's going for the point block.
You don't know how to read.
I do. I just don't.
They're not the only match for Saturday night main event being discussed right now. They believe that Nia Jax versus Io Sky, with Io Sky winning, or not Nia Jax, Io Sky and Liv Morgan will also take place.
With Io Sky winning the women's title, yeah.
Yes. As well as Tiffany Stratton is rumored to take the championship before WrestleMania because they did that last year. Why would they do it again? Here's the deal. She's done it the right way. You almost forget she has the briefcase.
True.
Even though she carries it every week, they don't play it up as much anymore.
You know what I would really like if 1 year, and I know they can't do this.
Licks on the back of the neck and the string that I was telling you about.
They don't have to do the Elimination Chamber to determine the number one contender for the title at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. They could easily put the title on the line, right? But I would like definitively for the winner of the Royal Rumble to state their claim to the title and then have the person with the briefcase come in and cash in for the other one immediately. Just claim that spot.
Yeah.
Because that's what Rob Van Dam did. Rob Van Dam claimed
he's the only one.
ECW One Night Stand was going to be where he fought for the belt. It would be awesome if Tiffany, after the Women's Rumble, let's say Charlotte wins, comes out of nowhere.
Cena did it too with Punk.
Yeah. Have Charlotte win.
There.
Have Charlotte win, and come out. And she's like, I'm gonna challenge,
cool.
fucking Liv Morgan, and then immediately have Tiffany Stratton be like, fine, I'm cashing in on Nia Jax. I want, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like they could do that. I wish they would. Anyway.
Hit us with our next one. That's going to be a great match for the championship. Now, the tournament bracket, this is the original bracket. Obviously, Bayley has advanced.
Bayley!
Chelsea Green has advanced. Jade Cargill has been replaced. Seems like every women's tournament that we get, the original cast never goes through. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
You remember the debacle that was the Queen of the Ring?
Oh, Lord.
Where they had to remove and then remove somebody else.
Yeah, that happened almost every week.
Out.
But that was a lot of injuries, too.
I'm going to say
Naomi,
Chelsea Green.
Naomi will win overall, yeah, Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's my overall pick.
Chelsea Green's my as well. Overall.
It would be neat to see Tiffany Stratton take it and be Miss Money in the Bank.
That will also happen at Saturday night's main event. This will end at Saturday night's main event.
But I think Chelsea Green is my go-to gal for the U.S. title.
She should. It's time. She's the most over woman wrestler on SmackDown, if you ask me.
And then have Rhea Ripley win the Women's Intercontinental title.
And then have Piper get tired of her always talking down to her and shit, and you got 6 more months of a program to run.
It's easily done, kids. We booked this before.
They did it with Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss over bullying a couple years back.
Yep.
You remember that?
Yep.
They did a really good job with it, too.
Nia Jax.
Anyway, go ahead and hit us with the next one. That tournament's looking pretty good. Alexa Bliss with the tease. Where's Alexa?
Recovering from having a child.
No. That's her.
I know. That's the answer.
Actually, the answer is the surgery for the cancer that was on her face.
Yeah. Skin cancer and also had a child.
She's ready. She's ready to come back. Rumble time.
Rumble time, baby. That's when she'll re-debut.
She's been dropping subtle things the whole route, and I love that she posted that picture of Alexa Bliss and not the carry a kendo
She ain't even
stick.
gonna drop that song, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about better,
From the backside.
better.
All right, here's
Even
the
had
next
that
one.
happen to me.
Cabrera ain't coming at that right. Let's see. Netflix. Trick Williams rumored to be upgraded to Raw during the Netflix expansion. Now, you said that there were several names that they're talking about. How many names did you say that's being kicked around right now from NXT?
So, the current plan on the floor is that, because SmackDown's going to go to 3 hours as well, they're basically going to raid NXT, do their call-ups, then utilize the extra space on NXT to bring in their developmental international talent and the talent they're going to be plugging away from TNA. Not to mention, which we'll get into another couple of conversations about here in a minute, the WWE ID program. Other talent being talked about, Trick Williams. There are a couple of conversations about bringing up the Italian family, whatever. The
D'Angelo family.
The D'Angelo family. Talk about bringing them to SmackDown.
Lash and Metaphor have already been called up.
Yeah. So it's just going to be an interesting, obviously, we got to wait for the transition point.
I'm going to love it, though, because there's so much talent right now that is so fucking hot now in NXT.
When SmackDown goes to 3 hours, it'll be the first time that both programs have been full 3 hours. And while we've already seen how, short Raw's been getting, not, content-wise, but how quickly things have to happen on Raw.
Well, because they dropped that hour.
Right, but I'm saying, once they go back to 3 hours, they'll readjust fine. But SmackDown's gonna have to adjust because they're used to, and one thing that Triple H does phenomenally with SmackDown is he's found a way to concise those 2 hours to a way where it doesn't feel like you're missing anything.
Yeah, well, go ahead, sorry.
But there's not a ton of action, especially when Bloodline segments are happening. So now, with a full 3 hours on USA, they can flesh out Bloodline stuff, and we're not losing action. But we're gonna need talent to fill that time.
Well, and here's the deal, to accompany your point, NXT roster members are used to 2 hours of NXT and an hour of Level Up. So they're already used to 3 hours worth of content.
Yep.
So these NXT crowd you're bringing up are used to that kind of shit.
Yep.
They're like, Sean needs you to go...
Right.
Hunter needs you to go 20 extra minutes. We can do that all day.
Hey, if you guys aren't busy, we need you to save Survivor Series because half of the Raw roster is stranded in Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
Don't forget that didn't happen because I remember. I was there.
Well, we were that we reported it.
We did
that day.
Yeah.
Because there was 27,000 bloopers that people will never see.
As a matter of fact, we predicted that if they didn't come back in time, that NXT would end up showing up on Monday Night Raw, and they did. Go back and watch the old show. Whatever it was.
Because it was right before Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Then we did the greatest Survivor Series match of Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT.
Yes.
Which they should still do.
Yes, they should.
Also, deadline for NXT for the Iron Survivor matches.
Yeah.
It's being called WWE Deadline, not NXT Deadline. So what does that mean?
NXT is going to become the name of the show, and they're going to fly under the WWE brand.
Okay.
They're not going to be a singular brand, especially now that they've got their own TV time. They're going to be an extended WWE brand. They'll no longer be considered developmental. They'll be considered the third brand, as they should be already.
But they should.
They're amazing.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hit us with the next one. Speaking of talent.
Speaking of talent, so Speedball Mike Bailey, his contract came to an end with TNA last week. He is AEW bound, and the other two contracts that are coming due at the end of this month, ladies and gentlemen, are Jordan Grace, the Juggernaut, and Josh Alexander, the best professional wrestler in the world. We have.
Do you think Jordan Grace will come to WWE?
Yes, there's no doubt in my
She's
mind
gonna
she doesn't
bring her
go to
trash
WWE.
bag full of stuff when she comes.
He's already at AEW.
Yeah.
No, I believe wholeheartedly that that's the perfect place for her to go. Josh Alexander also really should go to the WWE.
He should have already been there.
Especially not to say that he has to join the North again, but if they need an established storyline, they've already got one with Ethan Page and Josh Alexander.
Yes, they do.
So,
whether it's single matches or tag teams.
yeah, and that's just a couple.
You
of names.
left me in TNA by myself.
And for instance, that's just
blah.
a couple of names that are going to come free right around the time the WWE needs to fill up the NXT roster.
Correct.
So the WWE's got to be throwing money at people who are free just to fill the roster, the names that are going to be called up to Raw and SmackDown.
Yep.
Or drafted. We're not going to say called up anymore. They're being drafted to the other brand.
Yeah. Here's for the next one, John.
All right, so this is pretty cool. The Problem Aaron Roberts has joined the alumni of the WWE ID Prospect Program. Aaron Roberts is an independent wrestler, but the reason this one is so special to us is because Aaron Roberts was part of the Anna Fight Underground AFU Hardcore roster. So we have called several of his matches, Luke and I personally, and have worked with him numerous times over 2 years worth of content for AFU Hardcore over on IWTV, cheap plug. But yeah, so we get to effectively say we worked with yet another WWE superstar.
Well, and here's the deal. The ID program is fantastic. I went into the whole spill of what it actually meant last week. Here's the deal. I wish there's a lot of people bitching about it, a lot of independent wrestlers because they're not the ones being picked.
Right.
I wish I had this back when I was wrestling.
Yeah.
I wish I did because here's the deal. It makes it easier than ever to own your craft, tighten your screws, and get a shot at the big time. How is that a downside for anyone?
Yeah.
I don't see the argument here. I don't understand why you're upset. You know what I mean? Like, that's like being mad that Bart Simpson gets another season. You know what I mean?
Something to bitch about.
I guess so. I wonder what Tony's going to do next week to draw the ire from them.
Well, and here's the thing. The WWE, it doesn't mean immediately that you're getting called up to the WWE. What it means is the WWE's got their eye on you. They can utilize you for some of their shows, and that contractually, if Monday night, let's say Aaron, because Aaron lives down south. Let's say Monday's in Kentucky, or Monday Night Raw's in Kentucky, and they need a guy to fill a spot immediately because of a bus failure. They can call Aaron Roberts, and he's contractually obligated to show up. But also, it doesn't disqualify them from working for other major companies yet.
If they are offered, WWE has the first look.
Yep.
If they do decide to push the subject, that superstar will be immediately signed to an NXT developmental deal and sent to Florida.
And the ID program is good too because it lets you know that, like,
well, that's the thing. If WWE really wants you and they're going to turn down this money for you, then I would want a contract in rebuttal. So that's a cool way for Triple H to keep the Indies happy.
Right.
To keep the Indies families happy.
Yes.
You know,
and
it's
not
cool.
just another. Remember when NXT first came out?
Yeah.
It was a hardcore raid of the Indies. It was a hardcore raid of TNA. Pretty much, but they had to sign fucking everybody they could.
Yeah.
Now, at least you know that there are guys that are going to be getting looked at, and creates opportunities for the guys that are going to be working with them.
That's
creates
the thing,
opportunities for other guys to get looked at.
I'm going to go up against Kylie Ray if she shows up.
Right.
She was signed. Well, hey, I'm sorry. You get a chance to wrestle for the NWA Women's Championship.
Leave it alone.
And you just break the walls down instead.
Leave it alone.
I mean, I'm a Jerichoholic like
Leave it alone. Quit it. Stop it.
All right, I'm sorry. Can we talk about the trash bag juggernaut again? Can we bring her
Shut up.
Hit us with the next one. Congratulations, Aaron Roberts. Here's something sad. The WWE Network as of January 1st is no more.
You know what's crazy? They spent like $1 billion in infrastructure building that.
I was on hold.
Me too.
The day it dropped.
Yeah.
For 12 hours.
Yeah, because
12
the day it
hours.
Dropped, the day it dropped, they also did.
I got to watch 3 minutes of programming and the rest buffered.
They did the first takeover, which was the main event was a
ladder match
between Neville, Pac, and Bo Dallas.
Yep.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy.
Sami Zayn and Cesaro had a 2 out of 3 falls match.
They went through the trouble of digitizing everything in the WWE archive.
Yep.
They went through the trouble of licensing everything for the network. They went through the trouble of building the entire IP network, the distribution, all of it. They spent $1 billion. Not only that, it all went to Peacock less than like 5 years after the fact.
Well, and when Peacock's digital rights are over at the end of 2026, Netflix is already getting the library.
Well, and the cool thing too is that like because they've already developed the infrastructure, they know how to transfer it to Netflix. So like really, you can say the WWE Network was, if nothing else, a really, really well done beta test of a program, right, Johnny? That'd be a great way to describe it.
Yeah.
My problem still is to this day that the network was supposed to be completely different. It was supposed to be they were supposed to have talk shows and wrestling TV shows and everything they wanted to do with it, and they never got around to doing any of it. Maybe, just maybe, Netflix can spin it around and do some live content with it.
They very well could, and I hear that's kind of the idea.
Can we please reference the fact that I said on this show like 2 years ago that Netflix should get into the wrestling game?
3 years ago.
And they did, except I said they should, but I said they should go in, they should create their own content, they should get their own company together that they can sponsor.
We talked about a year ago about Freddie Prinze Jr. using it as a catalyst.
And here we are, again, another prediction done by the Pro Wrestling Throwdown team, but please make sure I get the credit.
You know what they could do, don't you?
What?
They could go buy some stuff.
They could buy some stuff.
Hanukkah's coming up.
Hanukkah is coming up. You know what would make a great Hanukkah gift?
Stickers. Shirts. Hats. Dreidels.
We don't have dreidels.
We can make them.
Can we make dreidels?
Maybe.
Max, we need dreidels.
Johnny's the dreidel guy now.
Both of you. Make us dreidels.
Johnny's would be cool.
Whoever's got the best dreidel wins. No, check us out over on, well, fuck it, I gotta start from the beginning. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestling Throwdown. Follow us on X at ProWrestling TD. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Follow us on TikTok at ProWrestling Throwdown1. Or check out streamlabs.com/ProWrestling Throwdown or the official Pro Wrestling Throwdown website, ProWrestlingThrowdown.com, where you can access the merch store over at the merch store. Buy our merch, guys. Christmas is coming. We got stickers, shirts, hats, you name it. 8 Crazy Nights. We got a brand new You Can Whistle While You Work, but You Can't Cry While You Twerk Pro Wrestling Throwdown t-shirt.
That's Twerk and Terry on the front there.
I'm going to have to buy one of those fucking shirts now.
Cool,
I hate it so much. But check them out.
If people only understood the moment that was brought up.
I hate that I love it.
They would never want one of those shirts.
No. Look. Pay no attention to the men behind the curtain.
Right, yeah.
Half of our bad ideas come from a little too much of something.
Little too something, that's for sure.
Don't drink, don't smoke.
Hit us with the next one. Let's see what we got next. Yeah, the ID program, that's pretty cool. Okay, so here's the deal. WWE trademarks the name Edge.
Well, it would be for their librarian because he doesn't go by Edge in AEW, he goes by Adam Copeland.
Exactly, to prevent him from being able to use it.
Well, not just that. It prevents them from having...
But B, there is rumor in the interwebs that John Cena has specifically
requested Edge for his last
match. Edge as one of his tour in this next coming year that he's going to do.
I mean, I think
would be cool for the two companies to finally see some kind of an agreement.
Well, and if anybody has the stroke to make that happen, it's John Cena.
Yes.
Like the guy, the WWE owes 90% of their latest
fiscal success.
Yeah.
Right there.
That would be
makes
like if Stone
AEW
Cold Steve Austin came to the WWE and said, I want to wrestle one more match, but I want to wrestle, William Regal.
Punk.
Whoever.
That would be huge.
Yeah. But no, yeah, if that could happen, that's awesome. But also, not just the prospect of him wrestling another match, it keeps them from having to roll back on all of their licensing for video games,
right.
merchandising stuff that they still have tied up. They don't have to roll back on the copyrights for specifically the library. They can still use the name Edge while you watch his matches without having to face a lawsuit.
Right.
But no, the idea that Edge can come back, especially under the AEW banner, because how great would that be? Like the idea that these are two such iconic people in the wrestling business that neither big company could tell them no.
Could hold them down, yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Would be kind of cool.
Well, I mean, face it, if The Rock walked into Triple H's office and sat down and was like, look, I want to wrestle Samoa Joe for AEW just once so we can cross that bridge, it'd be a difficult sell to tell them no.
You couldn't tell The Rock no.
Right, and so I don't think...
Because The Rock would then go and do what he wanted. He owns the WWE now.
Well, he's on the board of directors for TKO.
Yeah, so, I mean...
But the idea is still there. Is like Cena, his fiscal investment alone in the WWE is massive. And why would they tell him no, especially against Edge, who is arguably Cena's greatest rival?
Especially somebody who can actually get it done and done right.
Agreed. I love that. I don't give a shit. I'll watch John Cena and Edge wrestle all day. Same thing with everybody complaining about Randy Orton and John Cena matches. I will watch Randy Orton and John Cena wrestle every single day, and I don't give a shit what you think about it.
Here's the deal, the piece together fucking masterpiece that was the greatest match ever between Edge and Randy Orton. I could watch those two wrestle all day.
Same.
People are like, you're so old.
Give me one more triple threat match. I only watched it 19 times in 2011.
Yeah, give me 27 more of them, please.
I'm fucking mad about it.
Go ahead and hit us with
That's
the next
like if they brought Rob Van Dam's old ass to wrestle Jerry Lynn's old ass one more time. I dig it.
On this day in 2014, he actually made us honest men.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we always said it was Sting.
For the longest time, you guys will hear us say that on the show.
A lot still.
This started from a promo in, what 2010? 2009. Yes. Sting was still in TNA at the time, whatever. They cut this promo video of The Undertaker, but all it showed was
a date.
A date and the drafting of his trench coat, which inspired a ton of people because Sting's contract was coming due, and he renegotiated
and
TNA,
they were in talks.
They were in talks to get him. The idea that Sting was going to debut in the WWE. So every time there was somebody new debuting, Luke and I, as an inside joke, would be like, "It's Sting. It's Sting. It's got to be Sting. It's got to be Sting."
Well, they made us right.
And he finally debuted, which hilariously,
it was finally Sting.
Yeah, it was genuinely finally Sting.
Fantastic though.
And then when he debuted in AEW, the same thing, because they were talking about a major debut, and it would be as a joke. We're like, "It's Sting," and then when you know it, winter's coming, it was fucking Sting.
And we were right again. They should just listen to us.
Listen to me.
Listen to us. Please listen to me.
Listen to me.
Listen to me. Hit us with the next
one. Good Lord.
This is a mock look rendering of what the what the Women's Intercontinental Championship will look like.
Yes. It looks
like the men's, but a different color.
Right. Not unsimilar to the way the women's U.S. title looks, but again, I'm very interested if they pull the trigger and they do it.
I hope so.
I hope they do, because they deserve it on Raw if the women on SmackDown get their own title. And keep in mind, too, the women of NXT have their own second-tier title, too, with the Women's North America title. So it's only fair that we get a Raw Women's Intercontinental title. Make it happen.
Make it happen twice.
Triple H. I know you watch. I know you're listening, Hunter. I know it. Paul.
You gotta talk like somebody Stephanie respects, and with the Macho Man. See, that's why he come up with that catchphrase. Ooh, yeah.
Snap into a CEO's daughter.
Snap into it, Steph.
Ooh.
Cream of the crop. Sorry.
Cream of the don't know what to do. Cup of coffee in the big top. Get it.
Why we always do the fingers?
I don't know,
That's what he did.
He
did the fingers.
You don't fucking ask questions about the match.
Yeah. It's like he was rolling a big doob.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got you for 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Playtime.
Playtime.
That's a nice outfit. Did your husband make it for you? First time Spider-Man was a homophobe?
Would not be the last. Hit us
right.
with the next, please. This iconic moment from the CM Punk Undertaker feud at WrestleMania. I always wondered who the hands were in the who they actually filled to be the demons, I guess.
Yeah.
Reaching for the Undertaker. That has been revealed this week. Go ahead and hit us with the next one, John. It was in the who's who
Of the NXT call.
Can you name them all?
FCW. All right. I'll have to see if I can. I see Pac.
Yep.
I see Sami Zayn.
Yep.
I see Xavier Woods. Behind them, I see Luke Harper.
Yep.
No. Who's the Chris Hero? Or he went by Cassius Ono.
Yeah, Ono. Yep.
The guy on the far left.
Yes. You should really know him.
Is that Velveteen Dream?
Nope.
No, who is that?
That's Byron Saxton.
Is that Byron?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Behind him that you can't see is Eric Rowan.
Okay, and then over on the right behind
Sammy
is... Who is that?
Rusev.
Really?
And behind him in the leather jacket is Mr. Adam Rose.
Yeah, and then the guy behind him is Victor from
Yes.
The Ascension.
Yes. That was a relative who's who of NXT
Yeah,
at the time.
that was NXT's whole first lineup.
They all got a paycheck that day.
Rusev,
That's why they were
Can I see
happy.
that Rusev again? Because he looks way different.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, that was back when he still wore the loincloth.
Yeah.
He was playing up on the Bulgarian Brute.
Yeah.
At that time, that was before, of course, that was when he was Alexander Rusev.
Yes, yeah.
Before just changing it just to Rusev.
Good old Byron. Look at him.
Yeah, he's still around, still an analyst and interviewer for Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
So hit us with the next one, Big Bad John. What we got here? Oh, this is our next ad. This is for you, Caleb.
Tricky Willy Wonka. Or Trick Willy Wonka.
It's the Trick Willy Wonka bar.
Cream filling.
Only $69.99.
Only $69.99.
And we need to buy him something so that way, he gets shorts that fits. We'll get mesmerized by every championship match he has.
But what if he stole fizzy lifting drinks and now the ceilings have to be sanitized so he gets nothing?
What is?
I said good day, sir.
He wants his 15%.
Did he return the everlasting gobstopper or did he give it to Slugworth?
Well, he might have gave it to Slug.
Then he gets nothing. All right, the fucking Oompa Loompas in a union, dog.
That's racist for the Oompa Loompas.
They need a union. It's a working.
They got paid with coffee beans, cocoa beans. Sorry,
cocoa beans.
Coffee beans made them gremlins. Hit us with the next one, please. So these are more of what the XFL was originally supposed to be.
We see John Cena playing an STFU.
Yep. Hit us with the next one.
Randy Orton, of course.
Look at that. That's vicious. Look at look how he takes it on the knee like the Rock.
Yeah, what a sack.
What a sack.
That's a football joke. Oh!
Hogan dropping the hammer.
In the end zone.
The leg drop.
In the end zone. Just a little too late, but you know what? Good for Hogan.
Hey, here's the deal. At his age, his feet don't leave the ground. So
He
he was falling backwards. He just happened to dive in the right spot.
Brother.
Hit us with the next one. Stone
Austin
Cold
there.
wanted it on it.
That poor running back is getting the business.
First off, that's a
this whole
quarterback.
time. Oh, is that a quarterback?
Yeah, that's the
Rather
quarterback
than-
just tripping in the middle of nowhere.
Well.
No one around him. But here's the deal. They're not the only ones because TKO is a dual branded, right?
Uh-huh.
Hit us with the next one. They were thinking maybe we could throw in MMA rules and make it no disqualification.
Now you're getting a really
And then Logan Paul and Conor McGregor can sissy fight for an hour.
Great. Good.
Get ready, Netflix, not to premiere another fight.
Oh my God, that fight was so bad.
Oh my God.
Have we talked about it at all?
Yeah, well, not today. We did last week. It was the gift.
Oh, that never
keeps
gave.
on giving. It really is. Old Mike, he got an education.
Like a blowjob with all teeth.
Yeah. It's like a really good blowjob where they take it out and shoot it on your chest. This is the next one, please. All right. Name the legend who made you fall in love with wrestling. This is an open floor discussion. I'll go first.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
The immortal Hulk Hogan.
Undertaker.
Sting. All day.
It's got to be Sting.
Well, I mean, it always has been Sting. But Sting and The Undertaker especially, they were the
dark gimmicks.
Yeah, they were the dark gimmicks. And then, obviously, my love for Diamond Dallas Page knows no bounds.
I was a huge Rockers fan.
Oh, love them. Oh, yeah.
When it comes
Well,
to
we want
tag
to talk
teams
about
and
fuck. I was the not just the Rockers, but the Midnight Express. Jim Cornette was my hero. I wanted to be a manager.
Yokozuna, I was a big fan of Yokozuna. The athleticism for a man his size today still reigns true.
Macho Man, obviously.
Johnny, who did you say?
He said Taker.
Taker?
Yeah, out of these...
You said Austin, babe? Yep.
It was my mom's favorite.
No, I was...
You know, it's incredible to think that Stone Cold Steve Austin's entire career was only 7 years old.
I wish you'd stop reminding me.
It still bears repeating, but that's truth.
Stone Cold Steve Austin,
1991 to active roster to 1999 before the injuries started. It was 8 years. It was not a very long period of time.
Well, hold on there.
Stone Cold was only there from 98 to 2002. Think about it.
97 to 2002.
Yeah, well, think about that, though.
Yeah.
His career was not the legendary 30-year career that you know what I mean? But he got cut down in his prime.
But keep in mind, a lot of guys, their average career span was only about 12 years. No,
but what I'm saying, for as much of an impact that Austin had, he really wasn't. Well, it took Hogan a long time to build.
Cena, as a full-time operator, was only about 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
He still is in the limelight and still considerably one. The Rock was even shorter than Stone Cold when you talk about just experience in the ring alone. The Rock now is a centerpiece of wrestling, but his active career was what, 93 to 99?
Who, The Rock?
The Rock, 2000?
97. He debuted Survivor Series 1997 as Flex Cabana. It was only 1997, bro. He come in as Rocky Maivia at Survivor Series against the Sultan. I'm sorry, Survivor, November of 96.
Yeah,
Survivor
so
Series
six years.
He fought two under a mask.
And he left in 2002.
Yeah.
So,
a pretty interesting way when you look at it.
When people talk about The Undertaker's legendary career, let's not forget, for the last 10 years of that, he wrestled one time a year.
Well, people also don't mention the fact that Mean Mark Callis was a bad motherfucker in WCW and the NWA anyway.
Yeah, well, so Stunning Steve in WCW was one of the top prospects.
Well, but even then, he started in 91.
He got signed in 91. He'd already been, but he'd been wrestling.
Well, I mean, he'd been on the Indies for a little while at that time, the territory.
The Texas territory, yeah. He'd been wrestling since, 80?
Because I remember in Mick Foley's book, he said that he had brought him in, and Foley watched him training, gentleman Chris Adams. Well, that had to be 90. Yeah. 90 or 91.
Well, hell, Sting didn't even win his... And that's the funny thing. Sting won his first championship after having been in the business for, 5-6 years in 1990.
Yep.
And just now retired.
Yeah. Well, if you call it a retirement.
It is what it is.
I mean, he still shows up like a Taker, so, I mean, there is no retirement.
No, there's no doubt.
There's only one way to retire in professional wrestling. And even then... Even then, they'll sell shit with your face on it for the rest of the time, so it doesn't matter. Hit us with the next one, Big Head John. All right.
Bundy, you fat piece of shit.
Go large here. This is going to be fun. First row first. Change the result of one match in each row. You have Asuka when she won the Rumble against Charlotte.
Uh-huh.
The Nexus versus Team Cena.
Uh-huh.
Or Triple H and Sting.
Man, as much as I would love to say Triple H and Sting or the Nexus, it would have to be Asuka winning the Women's Championship against Charlotte at WrestleMania. That'd be the one I would change.
That's also the one I would have changed.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I have no idea.
It should have been Sting to win that match.
I don't disagree, and I think the Nexus should have won as well.
Booker T versus Triple H. Shinsuke Nakamura when he won the Rumble against AJ Styles, or Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar.
All right, I would like to point out that if it was against any other match, my pick for this would also be Shinsuke and AJ. If it were against any other match. But I have said from day one, I just put up a Facebook post about it like a week ago. Or right after the election season. Remember when whoever wins this election, it still doesn't change the fact that Triple H should have put over Booker T.
Yep.
So my answer is Booker T. Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago. So Booker T should have definitely beaten Triple H for the world title.
Mine would have been Nakamura and Styles.
Yeah. Which again, had that match been up against any other one.
And this last row for me is a very easy one. You've got WrestleMania 30, Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. You've got Edge and Finn Balor in the Hell in the Cell, and you've got Hogan, a Legend versus Legend Killer.
Did Cena beat Wyatt?
Yes.
Then Wyatt should have won.
Wyatt should have won. That was the wrong call.
Yeah.
Just like it was the wrong call to have Taker come back and beat Bray as well.
Well, not only that, but he lost to Randy Orton.
Yep.
The following year.
Yep.
And he lost to Randy Orton again. His last run as the Fiend.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Never nailed that from my boy Bray.
All right. That is our last slide, so we're going to get into some of PWT's React videos. Professional sent some in. Big Bad John's got us hooked up here. Sweet Tea, we're all going to check these out and see just how goofy these are here. Some of these are backyard wrestling, so be prepared for the worst. Expect the worst, and be pleasantly surprised. Let's hit this with the first one. Oh, yeah, this. Oh, hold on.
Oh!
And hold on. Give it a second. Catch up here. Here we go. Wham!
You know, Eric Stevens shared this exact same clip like last week.
We had all saw it on Facebook, too. I thought it bared repeat. That is a padded chair.
That's brutal. I don't give a shit. You couldn't pay me enough.
I hit you harder than that.
No, the bump on top of the chair.
Yeah,
Fuck you. You can hit me with it all you like. I ain't bumping like that.
But yeah, hell of a...
Partially because I'm twice her size.
We're trying to take her out. Hit us with the next one there, Big Bad John. What we got here?
All right, we got a big man.
Oh! And a fight.
Literally brought the roof down.
That's a fight.
I think we've seen this one before, actually.
One more time. Whoop. Yep. Oh, I think I shared it with you on Facebook.
Stop booking venues that don't have ceilings.
Or that have ceilings.
Jesus.
I bet those people were pissed.
Oh, yeah. The local VFW will never be the same.
It doesn't matter. I bet they canceled the show.
Oh, yeah.
You get this. You get out of here. You get out of here.
You get out of here and you die.
You get out of here. All right. We got Cocaine here.
Against, what is his name?
The Soul Taker.
The Soul Taker.
Or Black Taker. Black Taker.
The Undergoer, as I call it.
Oh, here we go. He's going
Mystic
for the
bag of
Cocaine
powder.
choke slam. Oh, no.
The Coke Slam.
Here it comes. That's a big-ass fucking hillbilly beard. Here we go. Oh, he's got him in. Yes. Mick Foley hype.
Brutal.
Over.
Just brutal.
Yeah, you got it.
There are people who shit on this for the obvious implications of drug use.
It's funny. It's in a JCW show.
But, again, in the right context, it's a little funny. Also, I'd like to set the record straight that cocaine and yellow cane are the same person.
Are you sure?
They are, yes. They are not.
Have you seen him in both suits?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
They are.
So he's Canary Cane.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I am going to be American.
We already have American.
Nope, it's going to be me.
I've got to draw it from last week.
So I've got it. I've got it. It's going to be me. And you're going to be my manager.
Fat Cane.
No, you're going to be Paul B. Revered.
Paul B. Revered,
yeah.
Man. It's better than fucking Dean.
And we're gonna get.
What was I? Dean Dick Burns.
Yeah, Dean Dick Burns. We're also gonna get an eagle and name him Liberty.
Liberty.
Well, you know, because the Undertaker had the vulture. No, it's gotta be an eagle because the Undertaker had Kane had a vulture. The Undertaker had a vulture. So American has got to have an eagle.
That makes sense. That totally makes sense.
All right.
See,
all I need to see of Cocaine. However, I do want to be his tag team partner with my Goldust variant.
Oh
my God!
He's very lucky. Oh my God!
He's dead.
The ladder
He's dead.
Move. It just didn't move.
No, he missed the ladder.
He hits the edge of it.
The edge. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, right in the tailbone.
I don't know how much he got paid, but it wasn't nearly enough.
He was shitting blood for weeks.
Yeah, fuck you.
Damn. Remember? X-Pac hit the Bronco Buster in the corner
and
caught the steel buckle and almost bled to death.
Ripped his testicles open.
Yep. Imagine that.
God damn.
Na. Here's the thing. He almost landed on his feet. Watch.
He'll never let his wife peg him again.
All right. Hit us with the next one. That's insane. Oh, suplex.
Right, tie-dye.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Come on, tie-dye.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
He's up.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. He lost him.
Oh.
He's got him. Oh.
I thought he was going to.
Hold on. I want to say it one more time. I actually lost somebody powerbombing him like that once. Ron Pettit was set on the back of my neck.
But he had every opportunity
I'd have ran your fucking ass straight face first.
Turn it
into that fucking,
Turn it into a Dominator. He's got him right there.
Well, he's got him for a razor's edge.
Right,
too,
but right here,
boy.
he stood for a dominator. Flip him, and just drop him flat.
How about you just run him into the fucking porch thing
Well,
up there?
we don't want to kill the poor kid.
Well, no, you run him. We did worse shit than that to each other.
You're right.
Run it, and you can flip your legs up onto the thing, and then you can Rob Van Dam leg kick you in the back of the head. Look at it. Look at him.
Dominate the little bastard.
It looks like Sean James in that.
A little bit.
In that. Sean J.
Looking a little brother lovish there.
First off, I don't know how that kid wiggled out of that without breaking his own fucking spine.
Yeah.
But
Good for them.
somehow, good for you. Good for you and your mom's insurance.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
No. Eat it. I still keep thinking it's going to change.
All right.
This is never good.
2 crackheads.
Oh, my God. Well, he's dead. Oh, it's a compilation. Okay.
Oh,
we've had that happen.
Yep, I've been there twice.
Oh, look at this guy.
Where's
He's
this guy
fuck
going?
Your ropes.
Oh, my God. What? Okay, so not only did he rack himself, but that other guy, that turnbuckle came up and caught him in the face.
That was
actually really good.
That was really nice time, yeah. Oh, replay.
Yeah, that was good. I'd book those guys.
Eat my nuts in your face.
Put them in your mouth.
Oh. Big elbow drop.
Nice job, Rob Van Dang.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Why would you even think about that? Get him.
It looked good at first. I didn't even realize he was going down a hill like that. Oh, you sandbagging sons of bitches.
That's Shelton Benjamin.
All right, let's watch this one again.
Yeah, I want to watch him one more time here.
Crackhead goes up, crackhead comes down. And it looks like the ropes are made out of chains.
A garden.
So watch the other guy's face. It's not on this one, not the guy, this one, the one in the hoodie. See that? Came up and caught him in the throat as this dude wrapped himself. The best part of this compilation.
Except for that dude teabagging the other guy.
These 2 Hardley boys.
Right in the mouth.
It's Mac and Jess Harvey.
The Harvey brothers.
The Harvey brothers. Rob Van Dam.
Devastating elbow
Just
drop.
terrible. Oh,
Here comes. Don't invite the mountain kids
this
next time.
fucking guy. Looks good, and then you realize he's going down a hill.
What I love is the table and the idiot come tumbling after. Just stay up there and let him climb back.
The
and
table and the idiot come tumbling. That would have looked great if those guys had been a little closer. At least he didn't hurt himself.
There we go with fucking the whisper in the wind. All right.
Good job, Matthew Mouse.
All right.
2 guys in Hot Topic pants.
Look like Big Al there for a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's how you handle a box, baby. Be the guy in the middle of the ring.
Let's see this one more time here.
Okay, I think he was going to go for like a combo.
I think he was going for a power bomb. He was going to hop up into his arms, take the power bomb.
But I'll tell you what, he didn't buzz. He was,
you know what we call that? Eating shit.
Eating shit.
No. He almost spine busted. He should have spine busted him.
Yeah.
Why are they all wearing crosses? Are they all the same team?
Well, it's after church.
Black and red, all wearing the same elbow pad, same shoes.
Well, that's because Jeff Hardy became a wrestler.
It's because they got them at the fucking Foot Locker.
Got it all Hot Topic.
Do we have how many more we got, Johnny?
One more.
One more. Here's with the next one. Last one rather. Created with okay. Here we go.
Got a guy on top of a roof. Guy got a table.
McFoley in it. And
Going in for something.
Eating it. Wow. Look at this idiot. Oh my God, I'm so hurt. Let me come down and check on you.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, are you okay?
He missed him by a fucking mile.
Mile. Well, here's the deal. Okay, right now, this is how this works, okay? I'm good. I'm going to splash him. I'm going to hit a fucking moon. I'm going to shooting star press. Oh, fuck, I forgot how. And then boom. And the other guy's like, oh, shit, I rolled the wrong way. Yeah, dickhead, you let him hit the ground. What's wrong with you?
Fuck that.
It looked like, well, I would have moved. The bloodline would have jumped off there. Do you remember when he killed Max with the fucking doghouse?
Uh-huh.
You remember all that?
Uh-huh. Wow.
Wow.
Well, gang, I think we all learned a valuable lesson today about gravity.
Yeah.
What goes up is going to come down. Whether or not
you're come down hard.
Whether or not that's from a roof or completely missing your buddy through a table, that's entirely on you.
Well, here's the deal. We're no longer inviting the fucking hill kids to come play wrestling in the back.
Those hills clearly didn't have eyes.
No, they did. Well, they did.
Thank you. It was either that or a Silent Hill.
You earned that one.
I appreciate it.
I want you to know that you earned that.
Well, you know, I work hard, Luke.
Speaking of earns, How's your mama?
Fuck.
Same as yours.
Quiet, huh?
Quiet.
Actually, the same as all of ours.
Yeah, quiet. Quiet today.
Love you, Mom.
Oh, no, I'm sad. Damn! Why you gotta do that to me?
Asshole.
No, okay. So let me bring it back to light here. X-Men, Wolverine, Deadpool. I actually got to watch it.
Yeah, it was great.
Fantastic movie.
It's great.
Chris Evans as the Human Torch is great.
Yeah, and also fucking Pepe Le Pew did a fantastic. Channing Tatum.
Yep.
Did a fantastic job as Gambit.
Got a contract signed out of it. So.
Blade.
Yep. They're only gonna be one.
There only gonna be one Blade.
They don't pay taxes. I heard him say
Blade
that
don't
once.
pay taxes. It's true.
Did you know that? Fun fact. I've said it before. I say it again though, because it bears repeating. The MCU has had 219 F words since its inception. One of which came from Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and 218 come from Wolverine and Deadpool. That is a actual statistic.
No, because there were a lot of F-bombs in Logan.
That wasn't a MCU. That was Sony.
That was?
That was Sony.
Oh, no, that is Sony. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
The MCU is the only thing that's been counted with Disney.
Huh.
Yeah. 218 times the Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Good for them.
Once for Chris Pratt. Once. And I think it was Drax that said the
No, it was Chris Pratt because they're messing with the door.
That's right.
And she can't get it open. He's like, open the fucking door.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, kids. Well, we've had a lot of laughs today. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Follow us on X at ProWrestlingTD. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. You can also check us out at StreamLabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown, or the official Pro Wrestling Throwdown website, ProWrestlingThrowdown.com, where you can access the merch store.
Merch store.
Now remember, next week's a holiday, so our schedule may be a little wonky. We're not sure. It's Sunday.
Don't know. There will be a show. I just don't know
we'll figure out
timings.
But we're gearing up. We're only going to have a few episodes in December before our break.
Yep.
So be sure to tune in. Be sure to hit the merch store. Check out, follow us on the socials for all the show updates, and we will see you after Survivor Series.
Don't forget to drop a like, comment,
Yes,
subscribe,
please.
hit that notification. Also, remember, we need some suggestions for our Christmas episode this year. We're going to pre-tape it so that way we can spend time with our families. Everybody can spend time with their family. But as far as that's it for this week. So
that's it, y'all. So from us to you, as always,
buy our merch.